I'm continuing my journey with Foundation with episode 4 coming up. Please be advised that there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed in this video. And please note, this reaction does not contain a picture-in-picture view with the audio from the episode. Instead, this video was designed as a watch-along style. Click on the link displayed on your screen to find out about 3 easy ways to watch this episode with me using your own devices. Hello! Welcome back, my dear viewer or subscriber, I hope. Thank you for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is where I like to watch, react, and review a variety of stuff related to sci-fi, fantasy, and comic books. So, in today's video, I'm going to catch up with the latest episode from Apple TV's new sci-fi series called Foundation. It's episode 4. It's titled Barbarians at the Gate. But before I press play on this episode, I just want to quickly thank those of you that took the time out of your day to leave some very insightful and somewhat encouraging comments, and also respectfully disagree with whatever expressions of opinions I had in my reaction. I really appreciate that. There's not much traction going my way when it comes to my reaction videos to this series. And as a whole, I've noted there's not a lot of conversation going on YouTube about this show. So I'm not really sure why that is. Feel free to share that with me in the comment section, or maybe I'm just not looking in the right spots. You know, I have noted about 6 main channels that have been getting more than 1K views. So I'm not sure why the show isn't as popular as I thought it would be. Maybe people are waiting to see how things end. You know, because when it comes to series premieres, it's kind of touch and go or hit and miss, right? I don't know. Who cares? The point is, I'm interested in watching episode 4. And if you watched my reaction to episode 3, we had left off with Salvor, I guess somewhat being held at gunpoint by the visiting or intruding anacreons. I'm getting to learn the lingo here and there. Anyway, if you are going to watch along with me, let's get ready to count down to play. If not, of course, feel free to skip on over to the review/takeaways portion of this video, and hopefully I'll see you then, but I'm going to watch this episode right now. Are you ready to count down to play? Okay, so I'm at 1 minute and 27 seconds, 127. I skipped over whatever commercial they have. I'm going to watch the previously on because it does help re-jog my memory a bit. And then once the intro begins, although I love the intro, I will skip it and then pause and let you know where I'm starting at, and then we continue a new countdown, okay? Okay, let's do this. So starting at 3, 2, 1, play. I really want to know what was that whole deal with Raish. Corvettes. All right, I gotta wait for my skip cue. All right, there it is. Skippity skip and pausity pause, just to be on the safe side here. All right, so I'm at 3, 1, 0, and then I'm going to do a new countdown right now, and it just pretty much finishes up it seems to be right at the end of the intro anyway. Okay, let's do this again, people. If you're ready, let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. By the way, you know who you are. Thank you for really breaking things down about Raish's knife and the little kid ghost, or supposed ghost, or whatever Salvor saw there, amongst other things. Can you imagine he's mad at the gardening? Oh, no, he is not. Oh my gosh. Wow.
They're going to open up with this. He's going to try to delete himself. Oh my gosh. Oh! Oh! His, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, that armor thingy. So what, he didn't think that would work? Or is he testing it out? Actually, it's probably good to test its limitations, or if it has any. It's like, don't tell my brothers. Good girl. Good girl. Run, girl, run. You don't know what kind of trouble he might get you in for just seeing that. Wow. All right, somebody's dead. It is. I have to be mindful to pay attention to the voiceover. So much is told in the voiceover. Ooh, pretty fire. I guess this was somebody very important that died. They're getting the fireworks and shit. Wow. Demerzel. So far, the most intriguing character of this whole show. So far. Next up is the Brother Day, only because he's good looking. Hey, man. I like my pretty faces. Okay, here we go. What nothing looked like for him. No one's allowed to touch him? So, yes, please do for my viewing pleasure here. Oh, I hope he's not sadistic and he's gonna hurt her. So, is that something you can't turn off? You know, for 15 minutes max. Or maybe you can manipulate it somehow? Oh, yes, you can. Wow, psychologically, that really affects you if you can't experience physical touch to a certain degree. But I guess it's no problem for him. You go, bro. Get yours. Oh, no. She just had to come at this time. Okay, so obviously it's an emergency. Poor girl. Well, you have it for 24 hours, so, you know, rain check. Okay. Is she like a queen or something? Based on Demerzel's expression, that's not good. Oh, this is a big deal. So, doctrine. Is she like a priestess that died? Okay. It obviously has something to do with faith and religion, hence the voiceover details. $3 trillion. Oh, I see. Okay. So with that person with a different doctrine, they'll lose influence or something? Yeah. Huh. Huh. Okay. Thank you for dumbing it down a little bit for me and for Brother Don. Okay, so let me just take a moment to pause before it really gets into something here with Salvor. So I'm at 1211. I just want to recount what I think I've understood, and I watched some breakdown videos for episode 3. And so in this episode, the baby that I saw in episode 3 is now this Brother Don. And Brother Dave from episode 3 is now Brother Dusk, I'm assuming. I'm saying this out loud for my own clarification. I apologize. It's my way to kind of not get too overwhelmed, and I easily misunderstand stuff and easily miss stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to say that for myself. I guess it's getting an idea of the time frames, but hopefully they'll kind of clear that up. Or I'll probably have missed that too. Fuck. Okay, anyway, let's keep going, people. All right. One way or the other, Brother Don is no longer a kid anymore. He's now Lee Pace Day. That's what I just got to remember. Okay, let's continue. So, again, I'm at 1211. Counting down to play right now. 3, 2, 1, play. I like how she said that. True. Oh, that's gonna give her, like, incentive. No, stand, kids. All right. I want to see some action here. Hmm. Ugh. Where's backup when you need it? She does need a second patrol. Good times. And her people didn't seem all prepared for some kind of invasion from the last episode. They didn't have much weaponry. Hopefully that'll change. I like this effect here. I guess it's some kind of snow. I wonder if that was artificial or was that like the weather for wherever they're shooting this? That little boy. Okay, I'm still saying some kind of ghost. It seems to be only her seeing that boy. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, because I think they said they can't see that vault in orbit, right? That's why they weren't able, that's why they didn't know until they got there. The ghost. The mathematician's ghost. Oh my gosh, I would love if the vault opened up. He's like, no problem. In like a quirky voice. Oh yeah, I forgot. They won't help them. Salvor needs to train a little army or something. Oh, I like that line. Mm. Interesting. Oh no. Let's hope he's just crushing on her. All right, this little band needs to be around more often. There is. It's all in how you word things. Hmm. Wow. Oh, there's a talent. How's her poker skills? Boom. Question is, who are you? Wow. She's super insightful. Oh my gosh, that was the devastation caused by that? All right, rub it in some more. Stop. this a real language? I mean, like, did they make it up for the show? You know, what's the training classes like? Yeah, not good. Ah, it comes back to that. I like that. Come around. Oh, wow. Nice. And I actually remembered that. 35 years. Hmm. Yes. Knows it by heart. Hmm. Yeah. What does that mean? No. I understand Lewis's point, though. Because they were only going by what they knew, the psychohistory stuff, right? and it's been repeated, it cannot account for individual actions. Doomsday cult. Hmm. Okay, so based on the dialogue, these guys could be useful to them if they find a common ground instead of fighting them. I hope it becomes clear why they're there, though, really. Hint, hint. Well, this is going to show his character if he hurts her for absolutely no reason, except for being at the wrong place at the wrong time. That's cool, the plant. Wow, really? Like she doesn't know that? Ah. So this younger grape, he might actually maybe change up the norms. Well, at least he's being cautious. Should have waited to see if she swallowed. That is so scary. So if Lewis is not that good at his job, like, why do they have him there then? Okay. Whoa. 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 She has abilities. Is that supposed to be a young Raish? Hmm. Okay. All right, let me pause and just say what I gotta say before I forget. All right, I'm at 3508. I'll try not to pause unnecessarily, but this is something for sure I definitely want to add on to. So one of you contacted me with your reply about the theory of a surrogacy factor regarding or revolving around Salvor's birth. And I'm totally buying that theory. And I could see it where basically the people responsible for the zygote, when they perhaps found out that Raish was, well, I don't know if he was imprisoned for the murder of, okay, well, either way, perhaps they found out that Raish and Gal, the parents of the zygote, were no longer available. And so I could see where they'll make it where perhaps Salvor's dad and mom, they like admit to her that it wasn't a natural procreation between the two of them. They perhaps, maybe the mother had trouble conceiving. And I could see where they're like, and then we went to the nearest kind of fertility clinic or whatever. Or, what they're often got and used her zygote. And then the mother was the surrogate mother. And then Salvor, sorry, my thoughts are racing and I have to kind of slow down. And I think Salvor basically is probably getting, maybe she has Gal's gift of some kind of foresight, and perhaps she's tuning into the memories of the paternal aspect, which could be possibly Raish, her paternal biological father, and maybe she's tuning into memories that are, okay, I'm going way into fantasy now. So, anyways, in summary, I think Salvor is perhaps the zygote, and it may be revealed that Gal and Raish were her true biological parents, and she's inherited an ability that connects her not only to Gal and Raish, but also as well perhaps some connection that could be related to the vault. And that's where things get a little confusing, and I would have to see, I'd have to see, what they reveal with the vault and how she's connected to it. I still think it has something to do with some kind of biological compatibility. One way or the other. I don't know how else to phrase it, but that's what I'm thinking. Huh? What are your theories? Has what I said made any sense? Okay, let's continue. We're almost done here. This is pretty, I'm engaged with this episode. I really like it. Okay. Count down. 3, 2, 1. Play. I haven't seen this actor in forever. Okay. Isn't it supposed to happen within 500 years anyway? So a lot of expansion could still happen in the first, 300 years? Regardless? Alright, so he wants to hear complete zero. Lee Pace is having fun. Look at him. Is this the same actor that played the Baron in the TV series Dune? It looks like the same one. I can't tell. It's been, I haven't seen that since forever. Check it out later. So young Dawn wants to matter. Hmm. It's a fantastic line. Wow, the drama. So Prime Cleon has more authority, it seems? Okay. And Demerzel, I gotta keep her in mind. Her stewardship of these Cleons, right? Okay. My apologies. I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. So pause on your end Okay, so I had some technical difficulties, and so I had to kind of restart the episode to come at here. I'm at 4058. Let's count down to play. It happens. This is my first time it's happened, to be honest. I haven't had a technical difficulty while recording. Okay, let's go. Countdown. 3, 2, 1. Play. Hopefully the reminders are friendly. I doubt it. Oh, so he made that to spy on her? What a little... It is quite smart. Let's see if she catches on. She's like, oh, look at that. Oh no. He didn't order him to do anything, so this guy shouldn't do anything. Right? Unless he's presuming. Okay. Wow. They gotta find a way to make friends with these people. They'd make great allies. Hmm. I'm not buying it completely. I could see it as a surface reason, but I'm sure there's some kind of vengeance they want to enact on the Empire. Wow, I actually caught on to that. Cool. I don't like the term manservant. Come on, come up with something else. So maybe in his calculations, he took into account the likelihood of an anomaly playing its part. That's it. Oh. Oh. There she is. Oh. Ah. I guess that's it. So we're led to believe she pretty much survived it, I think. She's going to some kind of ship or something. So somebody finds her lost in space. Cool. Very cool. Okay, so that is a wrap on my reaction to episode 4. Now it's about some of my afterthoughts. So aside from what I had said during my pause moment about the whole surrogacy possibility with Salvor, aside from that, and if you didn't watch that, if you skipped over to this section of the video, go and watch that pause moment because I don't want to be repetitive about it. Overall, this episode was for me, it was very engaging, but I could see how if you were looking for a lot more moving elements, which I think there was moving elements, it's just perhaps your personal taste. I like episodes that flesh things out with some dramatics, and there was quite a number of dramatics going on in this episode. Okay, so I'm using my little nap meter. I think actually that's more accurate. I don't know why I called it a nap radar. It's technically a meter that I'm putting up there on the screen for you to follow along with me and for me to kind of break down my thoughts. Okay, so in terms of narrative, were there details that expanded from last week's episode to this week's episode? I think there were, especially when it came to Salvor and these Anacreons. Through Salvor's ability to intuitively understand the Huntress, the Great Huntress, it seems as if the Anacreons are there to, like she said in the episode, to get this particular type of technology in order for them to survive as a people. Obviously, that's just the surface of things. As Salvor said herself, there seems to be a much bigger plan at hand. Question is, what is the biggest plan? Like, what's the big picture here going on? And so I'm really enthusiastic to see what follows from there. And the next question I'd like to ask for myself is, was there a new development for at least one character in the episode? I think in this episode, the main character we saw something kind of flesh out a little bit more was with the young brother Dawn. I mean, the opening scene alone was some kind of character development. It gave you some idea that this is one of the Cleons that's probably not going to be like the ones that came before him. And so I'm very intrigued to see if this particular Cleon Empire is going to perhaps be the game changer. And will Demerzel support that, or is she going to try to stop that? Because one way or the other, no matter what happens with these brothers Cleon, I believe Demerzel's loyalty to the Empire may include, of course, her own grand plan for what she wants to see unfold with these Cleons. And so it's going to be interesting to see if she's going to kind of nudge younger Cleon into a particular direction, or she's going to somehow play behind the scenes to maybe thwart him. I'm not sure. But one thing I do like that they've shown, which is a contrast to the previous episodes, is that this particular Cleon seems to have taken a favor towards someone else outside of their circle, right? That garden lady who obviously is either going to be somewhat of a love interest or maybe just a friendship that is not customary for someone in his position, in his status. And so it might become like a secret kind of relationship that could influence his view about the Empire, about the world. Who knows, right? Something along those lines. And my last question that I asked myself related to the narrative is, did the events in this episode add more insight to the events that happened in the previous episode? For sure it did. I mean, that whole kerfuffle moment between Brother Day and Brother Dusk, just about the decisions that Brother Dusk made when he was Brother Day. I'm going to get mixed up with all that. But yes, definitely a yes to that question. And it was very fun to watch in terms of television drama. So for those of you that had confirmed that in the books, these emperors did not exist, you know, this cloning program. I could see now why they did write this in, not only, of course, to give Lee Pace some really fun stuff to do and the other actors as well, but also it does create an interesting dynamic to pay attention to that still adds to the story as an episode of television. I was entertained by it, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that drama perhaps might actually contribute to the fall of this empire. I kind of see it as Brother Day looking for outside factors to blame, but really it seems a lot of the crumbling of this empire could actually start from within amongst these brothers, Cleon, and everything else kind of just adds to the impact, right? That's what I'm thinking anyway so far. My next category is action. Was there too little of it? Just the right amount? Or way too much action? I would say it's more on the very little. There wasn't a lot of action. That very super brief moment of the Anacreon army or troops, what thereof, trying to threaten the city, that's very little action. So that, in my opinion, is quite clear. And as for my last category, it's pacing. Was it too slow? Perfectly steady? Too fast? I would say the pacing was just right for all the different storylines. So when they were focused on the Cleons and their situation and their bickering back and forth, it was steady enough for me to understand what was going on. You know, for a person that has a hard time sometimes paying attention, like 100%. And I thought the pacing was just perfect for me when it came to watching the interrogation of that grand or great huntress lady. So pacing for me, steady. So my nat meter for this episode is 4 out of 5 because I felt a little bit more action would have helped out, especially with those Anacreons. But nonetheless, all the other parts of the episode was very engaging and very entertaining. And I think 4 out of 5 is quite fair. Maybe even 4.5 out of 5 if I really wanted to be picky about it. Anyway, so there you have it, people. That is my reaction and some of my key takeaways and thoughts about this episode. Let me know in the comments, what did you enjoy about this episode and what are your theories about Salvor and her possible connection to Gal and Raish? Because this whole thing about Salvor seeing young Raish on Trantor, I just don't see how she cannot have some kind of biological connection to Raish. Huh? I guess we'll find out soon enough. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. And of course, stay tuned for my reaction and afterthoughts about episode 5, which will be posted next Sunday around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. For now, I'm Asha. Peacing out. Bye.
Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos and subscribe. You know you wanna.